Oh, it's hot. All the Aussie followers are going to be calling us wimps.
It's not ideal, like. It's like an oven.
Oh, that's a nice breeze.
Don't know how they do it in all these hot countries.
Hello and welcome back on the hottest day of the year, a sweltering 42 degrees today. And what are we going to be doing? Working outside in the sweltering sunshine. Here with Lee today. We're back at the solar install where we did a big solar roof with Oval a couple of months ago. Today we're going to be doing the battery storage and an EV charger. Before we get into it, today's video is sponsored by NordVPN. I'll talk to you about that later. So last time we were here, we did a big solar panel install on the roof, but we couldn't do the battery because the battery hadn't arrived yet. Got a SolarEdge battery that's going to be going in today, and also an EV charger over in the garage, which is a heck of a long way. So potential cable route is consumer units here, up into the loft, because you want to be working in a loft when it's 42 degrees, right? Through the loft to the other side of the house, down along the fence into the garage. It's a long cable run, so it's going to be fun. Hence why we've got Lee and Ruben here to help Sam, because he won't be able to do all of this on his own. So this is a classic problem that we face. The garage is detached from the house. This is a fairly new build. It was only done 5 years ago, but as always with new builds, they like to do them as cheaply as possible. So they didn't run any heavy power out to the garage. All there is a double socket and a couple of lights. So that means we've got to get a cable from this remote garage all the way back to the consumer unit, which is on the opposite side of the house. But we're up for the challenge. There's a slight obstacle here. We can come down the wall with this cable, but we've got to get under these slabs. I'm hoping that there's a bit of soil here. It's probably all hardcore, to be honest, between the foundation and the actual slabs. They might be able to fish under these slabs, but otherwise they're going to have to lift these slabs, which is going to be an absolute nightmare. There's always something. Here we go! All right, how's it going? See that loft up there? Yeah. That's your home for the day?
That looks good.
Yeah, so the fuse board's on the other side, so it's quite a long run. It's going to be 10 mil just to allow for the volt drop, and then I think Sam said we're going to run a data cable round to the router. But yeah, do you know where Jordan is? Because we could do with a hand on this one.
To be honest, I think he's just sat in the van on his phone.
Oh, is he? What are you doing, mate?
Nothing.
Jordan, what are you looking at?
Just doing a bit of highly classified market research, which takes me nicely to today's video sponsor, NordVPN. I use NordVPN to make sure that all my internet traffic is highly secured. My wife uses NordVPN to watch all of her French programs because she's French. And that's a great thing about a VPN. You can pin your location to anywhere in the world and you can use it to watch programs in your native country or wherever you are around the world. NordVPN's great. I've been using it for years. Head to the link in the description, download NordVPN and get a great discount using our code Artisan. So Lee, you're in charge. I don't want that northern guy walking all over you, okay? You're the boss today.
No problem.
I've got to go and do my NIC EIC inspections, so I'm going to be grilled for a few hours by him. So I'm going to shoot off now, but have you got everything you need?
Yeah, Ruben's with me. I think that's all I need. Chuck him in the loft.
Good, good.
So we're going to work on this side first, because
Yep.
that's got the sun on it, but the sun will disappear from there later on. So we'll do that side later on this afternoon when the sun's come round.
Yep.
So we might as well work on this side, getting some cable in.
What was you thinking, coming out, up the side?
Yeah, I'll show you what I was thinking. Yeah, so I was thinking coming down here.
Yep.
And then I've just spoken to the customer and he's happy for us to basically drill through from the inside in front of that soil stack.
Yep.
Clip it up here,
Yep.
then through the loft, down the other corner, which will go back around there
Yep.
now. So we'll just clip it, come down here.
Yep.
And then we either put it underneath this little piece of ground here or clip it low level. I'm not too sure yet, but the worst part is we're going to have to take up some of these flagstones here, some of these paving slabs. So there's the two little ones just here.
Yep.
And then that big one just there.
Yep.
I think they're the ones that we're going to take up, because this one here is under all this.
All the posts and that,
So we'll have to take those ones up, then come round this corner. The saving grace is he's actually got a mesh router just on the other side of this wall, so we don't have to take the internet cable all the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
that can literally just follow to here and then pop in.
Come through here, and I was thinking probably drill it through behind this gate so it's all hidden.
Yep.
And then the armour would continue up and then sort of maybe clip it in this corner so it's
just in
a little bit more hidden. But it's going to be a dirty armoured, isn't it? So whatever happens, it's going to be seen. But
at least it's at the side of the house.
Yeah, it's not at the front of the house. So straight up through into the loft, and then Ruben clip it in the loft, and then we're over and down that other side.
Hopefully we can go up and just go clip along a joist and across rather than going through the insulation.
And then straight down. I haven't showed you an area yet, have I? So we're going to put the charger on this pillar here. The cable will come along the top of that, and the entry point for the storage charger is actually on top.
Oh, that's handy.
So it'll work out quite well just to go straight into the top of that, and then we're in. So that we'll have the internet and the power just out to this here.
Cool.
Yeah, awesome. Maybe get you started on fitting the charger if you like. Get the charger mounted.
Yeah. Just to that fence line.
To get to that bottom board.
Yeah.
And then take it round there.
Alright, I'll dig all this out and then I'll dig a little trench there as well.
Yeah.
Maybe just at an angle, just across.
Yeah, anywhere across there, and then we can we can get it over to that fence and then we can clip it around there because we're never going to be able to dig all that up, round all that bamboo and that.
Alright.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, basically I've lifted these 3 slabs and I've broke out sort of a layer, so later on when we come to bed and back in, we can put a layer of cement down, bed and back down to the same height as the original. This side over here, I'm just going to make a deeper channel for the armoured to run round, so it's going to come through from this wall. It'll go down a channel here, and then I'll dig a channel along there to the fence, and then it's going to clip around the fence to the garage or the carport. So yeah, I'm just waiting for drill batteries to charge because they're going through like anything. I'll just keep chipping away at this, get that a bit deeper on that bit, and then by the time Ruben and Sam have run the cable through the loft, we can just get it all in place, and then we can start clipping from one side because, well, if it's 40 degrees outside, I hate to think what it'll be in the loft. So yeah, I think we're going to try and get it through there quick, and then we can just work outside then, try and get in the shade.
So with this earth system, we've got basically a linked neutral and earth. And if you lose your protective earth neutral, which is your pen conductor, then you can end up with a situation where you have fault current or current flowing through the earth of the installation. Right. So then that means if you've got like a big metal structure like a car or something like that, you can end up with current flowing through the earth of that. Pretty dangerous thing to happen. So what this device does is it monitors for when that happens. See this contactor here? Right, yeah. You've actually got the earth going through the contactor as well. Right, okay. So effectively, if this device sees that you've lost your pen conductor, it will disconnect your line, your neutral, and your earth. Right, so the charge is completely isolated from all that. So no current can flow through the incorrect conductor, if you know what I mean. So some of the chargers have kind of this setup built within them, or something to this effect. Yeah. The SolarEdge charger doesn't, unfortunately. So we've got to fit this this MAT box. 2 options here. What's your thoughts on this then, mate?
As in
positioning of this. I don't know if, because we're really tight in there, aren't we?
I'd stick it. Well, unless you come up into this little room with the matty so it's not on show. Yeah. And then just took a load from that to the car. And then as long as the earthing is only in the contactor and not earthing onto the case. So if had like a bit of
Just that's got that linked.
Yeah, so as long as the earth from the outgoing is only into this, when that switches, there's not going to be any earth
to the charger.
Yeah,
no, I was thinking more of the casing of it. On the outgoing side, we'll heat shrink it or do something to isolate the armourings.
We can always earth the armouring from the charger's earth that side, but then as long as it's heat shrink this side, then when it disconnects, the whole cable disconnects. Yeah,
so the main thing is we don't put a proper, we just put a stuffing gland.
Yeah.
We just put a stuffing gland this side so it isn't connected. We could put that in that corner or somewhere there, couldn't we?
Yeah, you could just drill through.
So it comes in, we could bring it in one of these here, and then there is actually a knockout there to bring it back out, or we swoop it round either way. Maybe get that mounted up there then, Ruben, eh?
So it's 10 o'clock in the morning and it's saying 36 degrees, but it is saying it's going to reach 40. All the Aussie followers are going to be calling us wimps. Realised I've done a capital R. Adds to it. Oh, that's a nice breeze.
The brick's a little bit loose, but I'll sort that out once we've got the cable in.
Yeah, no worries.
Let's go. Up into the loft we go. Go self-employed, they said. You learn loads of money, they said. What you find is you go up into lofts. Yeah. Definitely warmed up in here. I made the mistake of saying it wasn't too hot when I've just been up there. It's like an oven. Right, let's go armoured cable hunting. So yeah, we're looking for this armoured cable, which we're going to run from one side of the house through the loft, drop it down the other side of the house. Just means we haven't got to clip it all around the outside of the house and it looks a lot better. But downside is you've got to be in the loft to do it. So yeah, I'm going to go and look right over in that far side for the armoured cable hopefully poking through, which Lee's going to push through to me. It's just going to fall into this loft nice and easy, poke it down the other side of the building and through the trench, which Lee's been on with, and over to where the charger is, which Ruben's been on with. So yeah, bit of a team effort today. Oh, let's go. Okay, I've found you.
Yeah?
I've got you yet. Do you want me to just try pulling it and see if you can just feed it up?
Yeah, go for it.
Told you it was falling. Yeah, it's not ideal like on the hottest day of the year, is it? To be in the loft, but needs must. Wow. I'm going to run this cable along these boards along here so we can get a nice row of clips on it, then punch through that wall the other side, and that'll be the correct side of the chimney breast for us to then clip that cable down the outside of the building. Don't know how they do it in all these hot countries. Yeah, well, the window height is about halfway on that sort of shingle bit there, so I was going to have a little measure inside, but I reckon it'll be through here somewhere.
It's that far away?
Technical measurement, so I can measure down from inside to see where the ceiling height is, and then measure back up from that point as to where I want to pop through. I was throwing it much higher than this.
We're probably going to want to drill sort of angled up, aren't we? So
yeah,
we can just it'll
bend it back in. Yeah.
Out there. The thing is, after doing the measurement, it's not going to come out on a cement line. So let's hope for no brick pop. I heard that.
Yeah, I heard that.
Swoop round like that, so see what Sam wants to do.
Full coverage of the race on BBC Radio 5 Live and the BBC Sport website.
Hi guys, welcome back. It's day 2. Yesterday it was sort of 39, 40 degrees. Unfortunately the cameraman passed out and the camera overheated, so I'm just going to talk you through what we've done. Basically it's about a 45 metre run, so it goes up the house the other side where the fuse board is, all the way through the loft, comes down this side of the house, along, and then we actually took these paving slabs up and it's sort of dug underneath, and Sam's relaid them this morning, so that's just set in, clips all the way around the fence line into the carport. So we've brought the armouring into the Matty device because the SolarEdge charger hasn't got pen fault protection, so that's why this is here. And then we've actually taken the armoured in a stuffing gland and heat shrinked around the armouring, so when the earth's disconnected through the contactor, obviously there's no earth still connected to the PME system, and I've just stuck a label on for anyone in the future working on it. That clips up and over towards the car charger, and we've also run a Cat 6 from the house that plugs straight into the router, and that's giving internet straight to the car charger. The little shed section's just on the left, so we've come through, clipped it up, armoured comes into the SolarEdge charger. It's nice to see everything one brand all throughout the house working together.
Right, so this is the SolarEdge EV charger that we've been installing. We're just setting it up now. Within this charger we've got a series of different dip switches. So those dip switches we can program to either deliver the full 32 amps out of this charger, or if we need to limit it to 16 or 10 amps, we can just change a series of dip switches in here to restrict the amount of current that comes out. We're doing the full 32 amps on this because we've run a brand new supply in all the way back through the house, back to the main consumer unit to make it all work. And then once we've done that, we can link it to the SolarEdge system where the inverter and the battery are already installed, and the customer will have all that information on the one app. So yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, we've got the SolarEdge Energy Bank, or as it's now known, the Home Battery High Voltage, or HV. So we looked everywhere in this place for somewhere that wasn't outside to fit it. So we looked inside the utility under the inverter, but it was going to stop the door from opening. We looked at the living room, we didn't quite want it in the living room, and there wasn't really any future expansion space. And then we thought, well, actually, it's rated for outside, so why not put it at this side of the house, which is pretty shaded as well. They're outdoor rated, so they're IP rated to be installed outside. And so we had a little look, and we've installed this so that if the customer wants another one, it can sit directly under the window, the same height, so it'll look really sleek. Can use the same conduit, so yeah, it'll be a really nice install. But for the minute, we've got the home battery, which is 10 kilowatt hours, but it's 9.7 kilowatt hours of usable capacity. So we always talk about it as a 9.7 kilowatt hour battery. It's DC coupled, so that means that it will charge directly from the solar panels and then use the SolarEdge inverter inside as a route back for the power. So if the home is generating 3 kilowatts but the property is only requiring 1 kilowatt through the TV and fridge freezers and all the rest of it, then the battery will soak up that extra 2 kilowatts. Come the evening time, the home may need 4 kilowatts, but the solar has turned off because it's too dark. This battery would then backfeed the power back through the DC cables into the SolarEdge inverter and deliver that 4 kilowatts from this into the house. It can deliver up to 5 kilowatts at any one time, but and then obviously until it's empty. So quite a few numbers there, but 9.7 kilowatt hours of usable capacity, and it can charge or discharge at 5 kilowatts, providing you've got a SolarEdge inverter that's 5 kilowatts or larger. So yeah, I think it sits there really nicely and would look perfect with a little partner just next to it there. But yeah, it looks really good, and yeah, hopefully we can fit another one in the future.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Obviously we're starting to get in a bit more solar and battery storage sort of side of things, but if you want to sort of watch a bit more detailed things about it, Sam does a lot on his channel, so head over to the link and give him a follow and go watch some of his videos. He's always got the camera everywhere, hasn't he?